Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. Today, we dive into the rising trend of colored contact lenses, thanks to the influence of K-pop stars like BTS, Blackpink, and New Jeans. These lenses have become a fashion statement, with brands like Olens and Hoppa Kristen leading the charge. We'll explore how social media and celebrity endorsements are making colored contacts a must-have accessory. Next, we'll discuss the urgent need for Hong Kong to nurture its startup ecosystem to compete for global talent. INSEAD Dean Francisco Veloso emphasizes that a vibrant startup scene could mitigate the city's high living costs and make it more attractive to skilled workers. We'll look into the current state of Hong Kong's startup environment and what can be done to improve it. Lastly, we'll delve into China's remarkable performance in the Paris Olympics, tying with the US in gold medals. Factors like economic growth, better nutrition, and a large population base have contributed to this success. We'll also touch on how Hong Kong's sports facilities and government support are paving the way for future athletic achievements. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage of these stories. South China Morning Post. In the early 80s, colored contact lenses were rare and primarily used in films or on stage, often uncomfortable and purely cosmetic. By the 90s, they became a fashion trend, and technological advancements made them more comfortable and safer to wear. Social media and K-pop stars like BTS, Blackpink, and New Jeans have significantly popularized colored lenses. Brands like Hoppa Kristen and Olens have leveraged K-pop collaborations to boost visibility. Circle lenses, originating in South Korea, are highly sought after for their wide-eyed, doll-like effect. Optometrists recommend considering skin tone and hair color when choosing lenses for a natural look. Despite myths, colored lenses are no riskier than clear ones if used correctly. Proper care and usage are key to enjoying the benefits of colored contacts safely. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong should nurture its startup potential to attract global talent, according to INSEAD Dean Francisco Veloso. A vibrant startup scene can offset high living costs and enhance Hong Kong's reputation beyond its financial hub status. Hong Kong ranked 11th among Asian startup ecosystems, trailing behind leaders like Singapore and Beijing. Supportive ecosystems attract, retain, and train relevant talent, often through favorable visa schemes. Universities play a crucial role by fostering entrepreneurial mindsets and providing a safe environment for innovation. Public universities in Hong Kong can now admit up to 40% of non-local students, enhancing the city's appeal. Despite no plans for an INSEAD campus in Hong Kong, the city remains significant for its alumni, offering connectivity to China and the global market. Southeast Asian and mainland fintech companies increasingly use Hong Kong as a launch pad, highlighting its strategic importance. South China Morning Post. China's performance in the Paris Olympics marked its best since 2008, tying with the US in gold medals. Dominating in table tennis and diving, China also excelled in swimming and tennis. Pan Zhanle's record-breaking swim in the 100-meter freestyle stunned many, despite rigorous doping tests. China's success stems from economic growth, a large population, and geographic advantages. Regions like Jiangsu and Zhejiang, rich in lakes and rivers, foster strong swimming interest. Wealthy eastern cities build the necessary infrastructure for nurturing talent. Southern Chinese, typically smaller, excel in sports like diving. Hong Kong's athletes, supported by substantial government funding, have also achieved remarkable success. The city's investment in sports facilities and development funds has boosted enthusiasm and performance across various sports, promising a bright future for its athletes. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong is buzzing with excitement over its new panda additions, as tourism experts and lawmakers suggest integrating the 6 giant pandas into the city's branding. Ying Ying, a 19-year-old panda, recently gave birth to twins, and 2 more young pandas are expected to arrive from Beijing. Ocean Park, home to the pandas, is exploring new revenue streams and marketing strategies to capitalize on this unique attraction. Lawmaker Michael Tian and others believe the pandas could be a game-changer for Hong Kong's tourism, urging for panda-themed merchandise, outdoor displays, and even Cathay Pacific planes adorned with panda designs. The Hong Kong Tourism Association suggests developing panda-related intellectual property to create a distinctive tourist experience. The pandas are seen not just as an attraction but as a symbol to boost the city's economy and foster a sense of patriotism among residents. South China Morning Post, the Hungry Ghost Festival, celebrated in Hong Kong and Singapore, has evolved significantly over the years. Traditionally, the festival involves food offerings and the burning of effigies to appease wandering spirits. In Hong Kong, the festival is closely associated with the Chiu Chow community and their unique traditions, including Chinese opera performances. However, modern influences have introduced new elements such as Japanese oban lanterns and Korean hip-hop. In Singapore, the festival has seen the rise of Gatai, a form of live entertainment featuring contemporary songs, which has largely replaced traditional opera. Gatai performances are now a staple in public housing estates, showcasing a mix of Hokkien, Mandarin, Cantonese, Malay, and even K-pop songs. The festival serves as a platform for balancing heritage and multiculturalism, ensuring its practices continue to thrive in a globalized world. South China Morning Post, Jasmine Chan's story sheds light on the struggles of Gen Z with ADHD. Growing up in Hong Kong, Jasmine faced difficulties focusing and managing her emotions, often misunderstood as laziness. Diagnosed with ADHD at 17 while studying in the UK, her journey underscores the complexities of living with the condition across different cultural contexts. ADHD, affecting millions globally, often goes undiagnosed in girls, leading to unaddressed challenges. Jasmine's diagnosis brought clarity and support, including medication and therapy. Clinical psychologist Dr. Michelle Tam emphasizes early intervention and a supportive network involving parents, schools, and psychiatrists. Jasmine's coping strategies include meditation and playing singing bowls, which help her stay centered. Despite initial hurdles, Jasmine now embraces her ADHD as part of her identity, using medication and mindfulness to navigate her academic and social life. Her story highlights the importance of understanding and addressing ADHD to improve overall well-being. South China Morning Post, Concord, a small town in Massachusetts, has historically been a magnet for literary giants such as Ralph Waldo Emerson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Henry David Thoreau, and Louisa May Alcott. Established in 1635, Concord gained early fame as a Revolutionary War site, with Emerson immortalizing its role in the American War of Independence through his poem Concord Hymn. Later, the town became a cultural hub, largely due to Emerson's influence. He moved to Concord in 1834, attracting other luminaries like Hawthorne and Alcott. The town's literary heritage is celebrated through landmarks such as the Wayside, Orchard House, and the Old Manse, each of which housed famous authors and inspired significant works. Today, Concord remains a picturesque New England town, rich in history and literary significance, drawing visitors to explore its storied past through walking tours and museums. South China Morning Post, Demi-Leigh Thibault, the former Miss Universe and wife of ex-NFL star Tim Tebow, has added author to her list of accomplishments with the release of her memoir, A Crown That Lasts. Born in Sedgefield, South Africa, Demi-Leigh won both Miss South Africa and Miss Universe in 2017. Her life took a dramatic turn after surviving a carjacking, which motivated her to start the Unbreakable campaign to empower women. She met Tim Tebow at his foundation's Night to Shine event, where she was moved by his dedication to helping those with special needs. The couple married in 2020 and share a deep Christian faith. Demilea's memoir explores themes of purpose, identity, and faith, encouraging readers to seek lasting impact over temporary accolades. Her journey from a small-town girl to a global icon and advocate is a testament to her resilience and commitment to making a difference. South China Morning Post: as the world grapples with biodiversity loss, Hong Kong is poised to play a crucial role in conservation efforts. The city's new biodiversity strategy and action plan aims to align with global frameworks like the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Businesses are increasingly recognizing the link between their operations and the health of ecosystems, with more than half of the world's GDP dependent on nature. The Business Environment Council is leading efforts to integrate biodiversity into corporate practices, advocating for policies that encourage disclosure of nature-related impacts and innovative financing methods. Hong Kong's position as a financial hub offers unique opportunities to fund biodiversity initiatives through mechanisms like green bonds and public-private partnerships. By embedding biodiversity considerations into planning and development, and fostering collaborations through a potential biodiversity alliance, Hong Kong can harmonize its economic activities with the preservation of its rich natural heritage. South China Morning Post: Machine Gun Kelly has been transparent about his tumultuous upbringing and the significant impact his father, James Colson Baker, had on his life. MGK recently divulged on Bunny Exos' Dumb Blonde podcast that his father endured a traumatic event at 9 years old, witnessing his own father's accidental death by gunshot and subsequently standing trial for murder before being acquitted. This harrowing experience and his father's strict, religious upbringing shaped MGK's rebellious nature. MGK's childhood was marked by constant relocation due to his parents' missionary work, living in places like Egypt and Germany before settling in the U.S. His father, who transitioned from a human resources executive to a missionary, was emotionally expressive, a trait MGK acknowledges he inherited. Despite their strained relationship, MGK cherishes the emotional depth he got from his father, recalling their final moments together in a hospital where they shared whiskey and stories. SCMP opinion: animal welfare in Hong Kong remains a pressing issue, as highlighted by recent events. A 41-year-old woman was arrested in Tai Pa for alleged animal abuse after 32 cats and 1 dog were found in deplorable conditions in her public housing flat. The situation came to light following neighbors' complaints about a foul smell, leading to the discovery of sick animals and 1 dead kitten. The woman had moved the animals to her flat after her pet shop closed, resulting in repeated interventions by the estate management and the Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department. Current laws in Hong Kong impose severe penalties for animal cruelty, including up to 3 years in jail and hefty fines. However, incidents like a fire in Kwai Chung that killed several pets underscore that more needs to be done to protect animal welfare in the city. South China Morning Post: the world's wealthiest young billionaires of 2024 showcase a fascinating blend of inherited fortunes and strategic business ventures. Topping the list is 19-year-old Brazilian Livia Voigt, worth $1.1 billion from her stake in WEG, a company co-founded by her grandfather. In Hong Kong, Jonathan Kwok, 32, inherited stakes in Sun Hung Kai Properties and Empire Group Holdings, now running the latter with his brother. Other notable young billionaires include Gustav Magner Witzow, who inherited nearly half of Salmar, a leading salmon farming company, and Michael Sternad, who took over Czechoslovak Group, a major ammunition producer. Siblings Clementi and Luca Del Vecchio each hold significant shares in EssilorLuxottica, the company behind Ray-Ban, while Firoz and Zahan Mistry inherited stakes in Tata and Shapoorji Pallonji Group. The list is rounded out by John Collison, co-founder of Stripe, and Mark Mateschitz, who inherited 49% of Red Bull, propelling him to the top with a staggering net worth, reflecting the massive revenues generated by the energy drink giant. The Sydney Morning Herald: the allure of Asia has drawn many Australians to pack up their lives and start anew in the vibrant continent. Genevieve Maslin, a 29-year-old sales assistant, found her world expanding when she moved to Hong Kong to be with her boyfriend, Jamie. Embracing the city's dual-language signage and abundant career opportunities, she quickly found a job in the luxury sector. Despite the high cost of living and relentless humidity, Genevieve revels in the cultural diversity and the ease of traveling to nearby countries. Elizabeth Ben, a 55-year-old tour operator, and her family made a dramatic shift from suburban life in Australia to the rural town of Accessory in Mongolia. Running a guest house and bakery, they faced the challenges of language barriers and homeschooling their children. Over time, their business flourished, offering unique local experiences and stable employment to the community. Nicola Arrington, a 42-year-old senior protection officer, transitioned from a corporate law career in Japan to working with the UNHCR in Pakistan, assisting Afghan refugees. Despite the complexities and challenges, she found the local hospitality unmatched and is now preparing to return to Australia to provide her son with an Australian upbringing. The Sydney Morning Herald: Chef Vincent Lim, a celebrated figure in the culinary world, shares his favorite dining spots in Hong Kong. Cam's roast goose tops his list for its succulent roast goose and crispy skin, a dish that has remained consistently excellent over the years. The chairman, though challenging to book, offers a memorable dining experience with dishes like flowery crab with aged Shaoxing wine. Donovan, a French restaurant, impresses with its intimate setting and exquisite dishes such as king crab with sea urchin ice cream. For the best wonton noodles, Lim recommends Mak Shu Ki, known for its bouncy noodles and light sauce. King's Cuisine in Causeway Bay is his go-to for yum cha, particularly praising the bean curd roll and freshly fried noodles. These culinary gems reflect the rich and diverse food culture that makes Hong Kong a gastronomic haven. South China Morning Post: Hong Kong has steadfastly maintained its ban on Japanese seafood imports from 10 prefectures, despite Japan's fisheries minister urging the city to lift the restrictions. The ban, imposed due to concerns over the discharge of treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant, remains in place as Hong Kong prioritizes food safety and public health. Deputy Chief Secretary Warner Chook emphasized the unprecedented nature of the discharge and the need for cautious monitoring. Japan began releasing the treated water in August last year, following approval from the International Atomic Energy Agency. However, the move led to significant export declines, with Hong Kong and mainland China previously being major markets for Japanese seafood. Despite Japan's efforts to provide scientific evidence and assurances, Hong Kong continues to test seafood imports rigorously, ensuring the safety of its residents. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
We flow like a river, stocks to rise and sometimes shiver. Economy goes up and down. In this game, we wear the crown. diversify.